So we recently stayed at the Paradisus all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and we'd like to give you a tour.
Make sure to stay tuned for the end of our video for our 3 tips and if you'd recommend if you stay there.
Okay, so we're at the Paradisus Resort in the Dominican Republic, and this place is awesome. We're gonna take some video and then also take some video of the room, but before we get to our room, I just wanted to take a shot out here of just they call it like the garden area. The weather's really warm. So, just a great looking resort so far. So the resort is set up with these little 3-story villas. So you walk into the villa and then you got 3 stories. Each story has the rooms inside of it, but it's kind of like this cool little garden area in the middle. I'm assuming that's a fountain that's not on right now, but pretty sweet and open in here. Kind of a cool concept. So we're inside our little villa here, and we're up on the 3rd floor actually. So here's down where I took the video before, showing the little garden area down there inside our villa. And we are gonna go into our room here to check out our room for the first time. It's 3058, and we'll check it out. All right, so we're at our room, and we're gonna walk in and kind of show you what our room looks like. So it looks pretty awesome in here. All right, so as you walk in to the right here is the closet area. It's kind of cut off from the rest of the area by this curtain. So, but they give you some bathrobes and stuff. And then to the left here, right when you walk in, is the bathroom. And so in the bathroom here, you got a tub over here. That actually sees through to the bedroom area. And you got a sink, and then right inside of here is a pretty big enclosed shower. So that's kind of cool. So, and then as we come through here, let's see here. Oh, cool. So we got a king bed, and then right through here is where it kind of shoots through right to the bathroom, and that's separated by a curtain. Pretty nice. And then we also have a big screen TV, which always really excites me because a lot of times when we go to these places, like Mexico, other countries, a lot of times you don't get a big screen TV, so that's kind of nice. And then over here, there's a little living room area, a little sitting area. This is what looks really nice down here. So we walk out here, we got this balcony. It looks out over the garden area that I actually just took a video on with the fountain going on. So this is that same garden area that I just showed. And then this is our balcony looking out over it. So really good views. The weather's great, but the jungle feel is pretty cool because we got the palm trees right around outside of our little villa here.
Know where the weight room is? I'll check it out.
So they got a workout area, Paradisus here. They actually got quite a bit of stuff. Some free weights, some benches, some machines. Really nice area. Pretty impressed. Like it. So every time we go on a resort trip or something like that, we always like to find a place in the resort where we can just sit down and relax and talk. It's kind of one of the funnest things that we do. And we found this cool place. We just kind of nicknamed it our spot. It's right off of the lobby here. From where we walked in, and I was shown earlier. So the lobby has an upstairs and then a downstairs down there where the pool is. But this is our spot. It's got a couch, couple chairs. So we've been hanging out here too quite a bit, and we love it. It's pretty relaxing, and we get good views. Just right out there is the ocean, so it's kind of cool. A little fountain down there, and then you got the pool back there too that we played in today. So yeah. Alright, so I wanted to get a little video of the pool area, because this pool is kind of amazing. Lots of places to relax, some little chairs and beds in the pool. And then they blow up some little blow-up houses for the kids. We actually played some frisbee in there yesterday. That was a lot of fun. But it's kind of nice. Back there's the lobby that I showed earlier. Back straight back there where it was looking out over that green area with the fountains. And then back here is the back of the resort where there's a pool area. And right over there is the ocean. They set up these little cabanas that are kind of cool. And then right here is their all-day buffet. So we just had some lunch there. So got some cool little petite treats, we call them. So really super nice atmosphere here.
Okay, so when we stayed at the Paradisus Resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, I loved it. I thought it was great. I liked, what I really liked, and I like this with a lot of resorts down south, is that it was all inclusive. And if you've never stayed in an all-inclusive resort, you have to do it. I mean, it's so nice just to walk up somewhere and go, you know what, I feel like something to drink.
Yeah, I want a snack.
Yeah.
Not worry about, oh shoot, I gotta bring my money, I gotta have this. No, you just go get a snack.
Yeah, I want a snack. And then the other thing too is these banana mambas. It's a non-alcoholic drink, and it was awesome. And I mean, I had people bring them to me all the time, so that was kind of cool. Another thing too that I really liked about it was just how easy it was to get to your room. You weren't walking a long ways, but the grounds were kept really nice. I mean, it was really serene. So that was a nice thing about it as well.
Yeah, first impressions of the hotel when we walked in, it was awesome because you have the lobby over to the left and you have like a lobby bar over to the right, and it just opens up and you see straight oceans. Where a lot of times you walk into a resort, you feel like you're just in a hotel, any other hotel. This one, they tried to make everything open so that you always felt like you could see the ocean, so that you knew how I'm staying on the beach. So that was awesome. And another thing I really like about resorts is when you're in a tropical climate, I want to be able to be immersed in the tropical climate. I just don't want to feel like I'm in a hotel. And this one was cool because you have the hotel part with, you know, the restaurants and the lobby and stuff like that. But then to actually get to your room, they kind of have different pods where the rooms are at, and you walk through a courtyard. So then you feel like you're in that Caribbean environment, that warm environment when you're going to your room. And I like that. I want to feel part of that environment, not just I'm in another hotel.
Right, absolutely. And the lobby, right, that right's in the front of the hotel when you walk in, that place was awesome. It had comfy couches everywhere that you could sit down and relax. Because sometimes when you're on vacation, you get kind of, you know, you get wore out. I want to find a good place to relax, and a lot of places don't have that.
Or it's loud. Like you'll find places where they actually have seating, and that's right next to where they're gonna have live music playing all the time or something. This wasn't like that. If they had music, it was more playing out by the beach. It wasn't by the rooms. It wasn't by the lobby. So then you could hang out by the lobby and have a conversation just after dinner, chill, relax, and sit down. So that was really nice.
Right. And the last thing too that I really liked is some of these resorts, they have decent pools, places to sit, but this pool is kind of cool because it wrapped around a lot of the resort. So there was a lot of areas where you could just play frisbee and throw the ball, and you're not worried about a bunch of people being around you. The resort actually wasn't that busy as well, so that was cool. But I really liked the pool just because it just felt like a cool place to hang out for the family, and you had lots of room.
I totally agree. And another thing, I don't know about you, but when we're on vacation, I pretty much plan the whole day around when do we eat and where do we eat. And so one thing I really liked about this resort is there was lots of restaurants. It's not just like a buffet and then maybe a restaurant. There was a really nice buffet, and it had different sections to where you would go eat, so you don't have everyone lined up in one line and you're waiting an hour to go get your food. Everyone kind of mingled around to the different areas to go get their food, and it was good food.
It was good food, you know. So some of these buffets are actually really just, it's almost like food they just regurgitate every day.
Eat the same thing every day. And they change it. Like we'd eat something one day and be like, that was really good, I'm going to go get that again. And they had changed it. They'd have something different the next day. So that was refreshing.
Yeah, it was great. It was cooked well. It didn't, you know, they had lots of fruits, which of course you expect when you go to these resorts. So there was a lot of fruit. The salad was good. And fresh, so I was real impressed with the food there.
And the restaurants, I love it when they have several different restaurants, so you don't feel like you're eating the same thing every night. And if you're staying there for a whole week, there was enough restaurants where you could probably eat somewhere different pretty much almost every night, which I like that too. And we ate at the steak restaurant, and it was really nice inside. It had a nice environment and seemed more upscale, and so I really liked that.
It's called Rare.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of picky on steaks. I'm one of them people that I like my steak well done. And they did a fantastic job on it. A lot of people can't cook well-done steaks and actually still keep them, you know, to where they're not completely burnt. So that was nice.
Yeah, and then the beach. Most people, you go to a Caribbean location, you want to be on the beach. And like I said, they have definite beach. And it's not just a little strip of beach. It was actually quite a bit of beach, where they even had dinner set up, like for private events and stuff like that. There was enough room where they could have dinner set up there and shows and stuff like that. And they had little, like the chairs set up with the like cabana type things over them, and not just a few, there was a lot. So there was definitely places to sit, definitely places to be in the shade, so that you can enjoy the beach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Our 3 tips for staying there. Tip number 1 is make your dinner reservation. A lot of these resorts, when you go to them, you have to make a dinner reservation. But the nice thing I liked about this one is you can make the dinner reservation the same day you want to eat dinner. A lot of them, you have to make them 24 hours in advance, like the day before, or it's like you have to have it in by 8 o'clock. We're on vacation. I'm not going to be up and ready by 8 o'clock in the morning. So this one, you had to make dinner reservation by 4, and that's my tip. Make your dinner reservation by 4, because some of their paperwork actually said 5, and even the concierge said 5, and we actually missed it one night and didn't make the reservation. So make sure you make your dinner reservation by 4.
Yeah, that's a good point. And tip number 2 is the buffet. So now a lot of the paperwork in there will say the buffet closes at 11. Actually, really it's 10. If you've ever been on vacation anywhere, you know, a lot of times late at night, you've been eating all day long because that's what everyone does during vacation. So late at night, you're going, you know, I really feel like a snack.
Yeah.
And that buffet had amazing snacks, a whole separate section just devoted towards desserts where a guy would scoop out a dessert for you. I mean, it was just great. So, you know, late at night, not really late actually, let's go get some ice cream. I felt like ice cream or like a piece of cake or something. And we're thinking, oh, the buffet's going to be open till 11.
It's open till 11.
And so we walk in, it's, you know, not 11 yet. And they said, no, we close at 10. So that was kind of a bummer that one night. So I highly recommend if you're that kind of person, you want that late night dessert, just remember it is 10 o'clock.
Yeah, be there by 10.
And tip number 3 is actually the lobby bar area. One thing about us when we go on vacation, you know, some people are really busy. They want to do everything and see everything, which we like to do that as well. But, you know, one of the things we love is just relaxing.
Yeah, we have 2 kids, so we're all about, we just want to go do nothing.
Yeah, when we get away, it's like we want a time of the day where we can just sit there and just kind of vegetate. So we always try to find that lobby where we can just sit down and be waited on.
Yes.
And some resorts we've been at, they don't really have that. It's like a busy place where everyone is
sit. Or you got to go up and get your own drinks.
You got to go get your own drinks and you know, that kind of stuff. So what was nice about this place is that lobby area actually had couches that were there and you could just sit there and relax. And then there was waitresses that came around and asked you what you want. I mean, they did a great job. And we always do like a $2 tip. We bring a lot of $2 and they absolutely love that. So it was just great. I mean, we probably sat there for a couple hours. You can look out at the ocean.
Yes. And still
The
feel
weather,
the breeze because everything's open.
yeah, the weather was great, and so it was. I highly recommend that. That was a big tip for me as well. So would we recommend this resort? I say yes.
Yes, and we've stayed at a lot of all-inclusive resorts, and this one was definitely up there. I'd say definitely yes.